Hey, at the fighters meeting, I dissed Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley in front of ESPN production and all of them for all their affiliation and corruption that they do.
Yeah.
What happened? I put more weight on my back, and all they was talking about right away when I slipped in the first knockdown they called, I slipped. They called it right away. What did Bradley say? He hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't sugarcoat shit. All these motherfuckers dick ride and they suck dick. Sorry for my language. No. But that is the problem. I don't ride off that.
Yeah.
And just to even put it more on the spot, this is my last fight on ESPN. Because this is no longer. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. This is why this fight means everything to me. If they want the black fighters, they could keep them. I brought Bud Light to Top Rank.
What's going on, everybody? This is MDENT313, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Listen, this is a older interview, but pretty much long story short, Teofimo Lopez pretty much calls Bob Arum and Todd DeBuff racist, right? Pretty much feel like that they're prioritizing the black fighters. And here's the thing, what's going on with Teofimo Lopez, right? Teofimo Lopez has the same problems, or a major problem, that most of us as Americans have, right? And what problem is that? The problem that Teofimo Lopez is having is, not only is he frustrated and jealous about his current situation, he's also not confident that he can beat certain fighters to put himself in position to make the kind of money that he would like to make, right? Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about, right? And I'm gonna talk about myself specifically on this particular topic, right? A lot of times in life, we not where we want to be financially, right? You know, you might be working a job that you're not necessarily proud of. You're not making the kind of money that you would like to make. You're not living a type of lifestyle that you believe you deserve and that you would like to live. And the problem is, the truth of the matter is, what's stopping most of us from living the type of lifestyle we want to live is fear, right? And as far as myself, right, I would like to be in a certain career, right? And in order for me to get into that career, it may take, well, it's for sure going to take some training. It may take for me to go back to school to acquire the skill set that I need to have to put myself in position to make the necessary money that I would like to make. As you know, I'm 37 years of age. One of my biggest fears is not only going back to school, but going back to school at my age, right? I'm not completely confident in myself, in my ability, that I can acquire the skill set and I can pass the classes that I need to pass to acquire the skill that I need to, you know, acquire the type of job that I would like to have, right? Because everybody know, in order to get things that you never had, you have to be willing to do things that you never done. It's gonna take hard work. It's gonna take discipline. It's gonna take dedication. It's gonna take hard work. It's gonna take sacrifice, right? And many a times in life, we get comfortable and we get complacent, and when things don't go the way that we like for them to go, we start lashing out. We start looking for people to blame for our mediocrity and our lack of success, right? And I believe that's what Teofimo Lopez is going through, right? There was a time where Devin Haney was chasing down Teofimo Lopez for a long time, right? And he was offered $10 million to fight Devin Haney, which would have been his highest payday, but he turned it down, right? I recently turned down the opportunity to make a decent amount of money in a different career, not the one that I wanted to be in, but a different career, due to fear, right? Due to fear of the unknown. Am I gonna, if I quit my current job where I know that I'm good at, I know that I'm gonna have a consistent income, I know where my bread is buttered, I know that even though I'm not happy with the life that I'm living, at least I know that I'm getting a paycheck, right? So I turned down an opportunity, a lucrative opportunity, out of fear. And I believe that's what's going on with Teofimo Lopez. I believe the fact, because Teofimo Lopez is complaining that he never made over $1 million for a fight, or he made $1 million for a fight. And he's seeing all his contemporaries. He's seeing Devin Haney. He's seeing Terrence Crawford. He's seeing Gervonta Tank Davis. He's seeing Teofimo Lopez make an egregious amount of money. And he, deep down in his heart, he feel like he's better than those guys on one hand, and he should be making at least the same that those guys are making. But unfortunately, he's not making the same level of sacrifice. Not the hard work. He got the hard work down, I believe. But he isn't taking the necessary risk and the necessary chances and making the necessary sacrifices that those guys have made and are willing to make to put themselves in position to make the kind of money that they're making. And a lot of times what'll happen to you as a man, when you live in fear and you see other people that you may feel, I'm smarter than him, I work harder than him, you will get jealous. You'll get this jealous spirit that come over you. And the only difference between you and those guys that are making the kind of money that you would like to be making and living the kind of life that you would be living is those guys were willing to take risks that you were not willing to take. And if you don't check yourself at the door when that jealous spirit come over you, you will start to say things out of frustration, out of anger, out of resentment that you shouldn't say. When the truth of the matter is, the only person that you're mad at is the man in the mirror. You're mad at yourself, you're disappointed in yourself, you feel ashamed of yourself. I believe Teofimo Lopez, when he seen Ryan Garcia, even though Ryan Garcia cheated, he didn't beat Devin Haney fair and square, which is why Devin Haney is still undefeated. I believe that when that situation happened, it further frustrated him because that's an opportunity that he had that he failed to take, which would have catapulted his career leaps and bounds further than where he's at now. And he's lashing out at any and everybody when he really should be lashing out at himself. He's calling Bob Arum and Todd DeBuff racist and saying that they're prioritizing the black fighters, when I can pull up clips of Todd DeBuff himself admitting that they have something called the NBF, the No Black Fighters list, to where they pretty much kind of keep their bigger name fighters who isn't as good and isn't as skilled as the black fighters, where they try to keep them away from those guys as long as possible, to try to keep those guys from being, getting beat, because they make, they can potentially make more money, or they know how to market those guys more effectively than they know how to market the black fighters. Teofimo Lopez is also lashing out and saying racist things about black fighters. When the truth of the matter is, he's mad at himself. He's mad at himself because he's scared to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. He don't know deep down if he can truly beat Gervonta Tank Davis. He want the money from fighting a Gervonta Tank Davis, but deep down he don't believe he can beat Gervonta Tank Davis. He want the money and the attention and the accolades of beating a Devin Haney, but deep down he don't believe he can beat Devin Haney. He want the money, the accolades, and the attention and the fame that would come with beating a Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis, but deep down he don't know if he can truly beat a Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis. So what do? He'll take lesser fights. Not that Sabril Matias is a walk in the park, but he'll take fights like that where he's making less money. He know he's gonna go in making less money, but just like me, he's comfortable and he's content with fighting a Sabril Matias, because deep down he believes he can beat a Sabril Matias, and he's gonna get, his usual pay, his usual salary, and he don't have to leave his comfort zone. He don't have to take a risk, which is a mistake that I recently made. And it's a mistake that I've made my entire life. And that's what Teofimo Lopez is going through. He won't come out and admit it. He won't come out and say it. Because when you have to face the truth, it forces you to do something about it. When you have to take accountability for your bad business decisions, for your lack of risk taking, for your lack of self-belief, when you realize that and you take accountability for it, you have to do something, and there's nobody else to blame but the man in the mirror. And until Teofimo Lopez, because listen, Teofimo Lopez, he got all the skills in the world. He have all the talent in the world. He's an extremely hard worker. But until you decide to believe in yourself, you're going to live the same. You're going to live a life of regret and a life of fear like myself. And that's all I got. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe.